what is it that I'm going to give members? And they insist that I should be giving them bulletproofs because I work with police and the taxi people. I would like to take this opportunity to greet you all on this occasion when the Department of Transport is offered another opportunity to present itself to this House to share the trajectory it will take in this 2023-2024 financial year. As we enter the mid-mark of the medium term, it has been imperative to reflect on our effectiveness against the mandate we carry. While one has been entrusted with the undertaking to lead this department, it has indeed afforded me an occasion to appreciate the achievements and the opportunities that are alive in the transport sector towards the service of the people of the Eastern Cape. Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, as a country recovering from the realities of our past, we take tune from the President's emphatic stance that there is no space for corrupt officials in our government. And as a department, we are forging forward to drive a high-performance organization through ideals of good governance. We'll realize this through the measures we are putting in place to strengthen our risk management and ethical leadership practices to enable effective performance. This will allow the department to be resilient to the current climate where unethical behavior and corruption has hit our government. And as a common cause, we have had challenges in relation to this sphere, exacerbated and witnessed through the media reports and information that has reached public domain, aimed at tarnishing the reputation of the institution. Our efforts also seek to legitimize our operating environment and ensure that we respond to the legislative mandate under which we are governed by the agencies, among others, the Public Service Administration. Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, I have charged the departmental leadership to set the tone from the top, and I'm assured of this through the strengthening of the governance and assurance functions and asserting tolerance levels of the organization accomplished already by this financial year in terms of what are these issues that are tolerated in the department, what are these issues that we will not tolerate. Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, the department is institutionalizing its approved service delivery model, and through this has found comfort that its operating model will meet its mandate and overall service delivery expectations. The department has taken very deliberate steps towards enacting its service delivery model in order to enhance and fast-track the delivery of services and improve the lives of our people. This is evidenced in the methodology we have undertaken by planning for this financial year, where we have embraced the ideals of decentralization in order to empower our districts towards alignment with the district development model. The effecting of the organizational structure in this coming financial year will be another step towards achieving administrative alignments in these strategies, so that our decentralization is felt and the presence of our department is felt in the districts in real terms. We have also finalized the preparations of final chapters of a reviewed Eastern Cape Provincial Master Plan, which reflects on the sectoral plans for the period 2010 to 2050. Among the sectoral plans include the Public Transport Master Plan. The document will presented to the provincial leadership emerging strategies to tackle the transportation needs of the province for the remaining term, and that the department will facilitate the internal consultations required for institutionalizing the policy framework and facilitate the process to have it rectified by the provincial management and executive council as part of the plans to this coming financial year. The plans I present to you today, Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, is an effort to balance out the demands from our communities and stakeholders, but a dichotomy with myriad of challenges, particularly the constrained fiscus within which we find ourselves operating. So the strength of our operating model lies in consolidation of partner relations with government agencies in the sector charged with the mandate and ensuring maximized investment in the province for the benefit of our people. We have managed to maintain the cumulative collection rate of 88% as at the end of February 2023 against our annual target. Honorable members, the Department of Transport is suffering great consequences due to the reduced footprint of the Southern Post Office in the province, following the closure of not less than 32 of their offices. We are considering other revenue collection modalities to avoid our current hindrance in the new financial year. As an intervention on the challenges with SAPO, as well as enhancing revenue generation, the department is in engagement with the RTMC to undertake the licensing functions in some areas. It is our intention to extend the intervention to areas where revenue collection of the province is affected by defaulting municipalities. The government fleet management services will be engaging the provincial treasury to leverage on revenue collection towards the procurement of 36 yellow fleet for transport maintenance operations. Our business case will demonstrate the return on the investment intended to benefit the department and province at large from our proposed internal rental arrangements. And I can say already that we've seen that from the side of municipalities there is an appetite where they will be using our fleet management service for their hiring services and so on, which will augment own revenue to us as a province. The department sustained a qualified audit opinion primarily from the control of deficiencies in the scholar transport program. The shortfalls in the funding of these services are exacerbated by these inefficiencies inherited over the years. And the detected malicious and fraudulent activities which will not be left unattended. We'll undertake the decentralization of scholar transport function and implement the scholar transport system to run this dynamic around, to turn this around. If not for anything but the interest of the learner beneficiaries who depend on this service to have access to their constitutional right to education. Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, the department has had to find strategies to respond with agility to the funding crisis in the scholar transport program in aversion of the provincial crisis from non-payment of operators as having been witnessed in the beginning of the academic year. It is unfortunate, Deputy Chair of Chairs, that we enter this financial year with another shortfall, which will cripple our ability to effectively deliver our mandate for this service. Engagement with Provincial Treasurer to find a common ground in this regard, it's very critical for us to avert disruption in the second term of the academic financial year. Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, in the new financial year, the department will revert back to its indicative baseline of 103,000 learners from the 125,107 learners that have been ferried since during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, to align the budget, we have established a baseline of 67,107 learners to be ferried in this year. We will assess the financial position of the department in outer years to re-establish a new baseline. The scholar transport contract in the coming financial year will be awarded to coincide with the implementation of a learner transport support system, as indicated earlier. We are endemically aware that we will not be able to deliver this program in isolation with other stakeholders. We intend to bring them closer by establishing district-level forum to facilitate standardization of service provisioning at a district and local level, leveraging on our service delivery model. The changes in the operating model for the scholar transport system will coincide with the beginning of the new financial year, and from the 1st of April 2023, will empower district management to take full delegated authority of scholar transport program. As we emerge from the era of new normal, the reacquaint ourselves to work life as we knew it pre-COVID-19. We released the gains in our investment into the electronic document management system. The system has seen a marked improvement in the turnaround time on document submission for approval, eliminating costly human errors, and addressing the risk in the manipulation of documents. 2023-2024 financial year, we shall continue with our radical approach on the digital transformation of performance monitoring and evaluation system and modernize departmental performance management processes. The Department of Transport remains committed to turning its audit outcome around, and the digital transformation strategy, therefore, is again the formidable enabler behind achieving this objective. Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, in our attempts to shift towards an improved skills profile for the department, we have enrolled some of our senior management of the executive to an executive development program at the University of Nelson Mandela, among other things, which will issue bursary of the department to a total of about 145 bursaries, and and so on. So our pledges last year, we committed to be deliberate in addressing the 47% unemployment rate in the province, ensuring that we have skilled and knowledgeable personnel in critical areas. The department has also entered into agreements to ensure further development of its former bursary holders who have completed civil engineering qualifications in 2022, and 26 of these civil engineers graduates have been appointed already as candidate technicians for a period of 3 years and placed in the Department of Infrastructure program. The department has further brought 120 graduates on board. We are also happy to report, Deputy Chair of Chairs, that the department has also established an internal center for technical development through which we deliver artisans and operational and professional development programs. This center, which is partnered with the SETA, is at its infancy, but to date has accomplished to facilitate skills development programs of community-based program beneficiaries and departmental officials in mechanical and civil profession. The department facilitated the successful graduation of 25 traffic officer trainees who were trained with the Nelson Mandela Traffic College. Deputy Chair of Chairs, as part of our strategic objective to redirect freight off the roads and back to rail, the department has secured investment into the province through the establishment of the Eastern Cape Rail Committee for the projects that will be implemented in Nelson Mandela Metro and Buffalo City Metro, OR Tambo, Amatole, working with PRASA and Transnet. Have committed, both PRASA and Transnet, they have committed to implement a portfolio with a 10 billion investment over the 5 years, commencing with 2023 to 2028, towards a rail revival in the province. Through these initiatives, the provincial rail will be revitalized, inadvertently will enable to use the following rail infrastructure: the Amabele branch line to Mthatha, and the Blaini branch line to Cookhouse, Ado branch line to Kergood will be the beneficiaries of this initiative. We have in this Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs facilitated as a province the occupation of the Bisho Airport by the Southern Defence Force. We have been utilizing the portion of the airport for the performance of their normal duties. Through this engagement, we will facilitate that the airport undergoes refurbishment over the next 3 years. Additionally, Deputy Chair of Chairs, the department is also engagements with the government of the United Arab Emirates as an additional tenant of the airport. We will invest 50 million to upgrade the Bisho Airport. The investment will help drive the much-needed revival of the provincial economy from the effects of the COVID-19. I did not know, Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, that the Bisho Airport has the longest runway compared to other airports in the province. Hence, those big aircrafts will be able to land there comfortably. Yeah, we'll bring... Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, the department facilitated on the feasibility study, feasibility assessment of the Bisho Airport. I'm glad to report that the feasibility report has been completed, will be handed over. And these will bring needed agricultural...
5 minutes left.
Oh, 5 minutes already. Okay. Let me just go to the conclusion. No, I've been warned already. I can't take that risk like others. The Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, we're investing more on the road infrastructure in the province, particularly the maintenance of our rural roads, ensuring access to education and health facilities. We're forging forward with the Welisizwe program to deal with the bridges in the province. And we're quite aware of the impact of the recent disasters to our road infrastructure. We're building partnerships, working tightly with the municipalities to strengthen our ability to work with the municipalities so that we can deal with the whole challenges of road infrastructure. These include an engagement of a youth brigade that will engage to wage a war against potholes. It's part of the things that we'll be focusing on going forward, and use our PWP program effectively to deal with this challenge. To conclude, Honorable Chair, we enter this lap of the 6th administration of this ANC-led government in the Eastern Cape. As we gear up to usher in the 7th administration, the onus is on us to ensure that we sign off on a high note. It is the challenge we have embraced as the department, a challenge that we are equal to. The 2023-2024 financial year provides us with yet another chance to correct the wrongs that we have picked up as we reflect on the actions of this financial year. But most importantly, it grants us an opportunity to double our efforts of multiplying the gains that dozens of the Eastern Cape citizens have mandated this government towards improving their lives and take our province forward. Honorable Deputy Chair of Chairs, I take this opportunity to table the policy speech, the annual performance plan, and